Hello, my name is Edwin. I am the Director of Programs and Operations at Moja 2. Basically, what I do at Moja 2 is to coordinate the smooth running of the organization. That is by fostering the partnerships that we have with the different schools, partner children's homes, and also handling correspondences with our sponsors and donors. So today I'm going to take you through the process that we follow to onboard students. Basically, the process that we follow to give a scholarship to a student. There exists a very rigid and thorough process through which students apply and are awarded a scholarship at Moja 2. Usually, students apply for a scholarship after completing their class 8 and doing their KCPE in preparation for transition to secondary school. However, we also pick students for sponsorship, especially from referrals from our partner children homes and partner schools, students who are at the verge of dropping out of school and are already in secondary school. So the first part of the process is usually application, and the application form is usually given and or given to applicants only through authorization of the Moja 2 team or referral from one of our contact persons or students or applicants who reach out to us through our social media platforms. Basically, in the application form, we are seeking to build a profile for this student and to see if they meet the minimum requirements that we are looking for to award them a scholarship. And some of these minimum requirements we're talking about is their leadership capacity, their academic performance, discipline, the source, and we also look at the source or where the student is coming from. So the second part of the interview or of the process is the pre-interview with the Kenyan team. After receiving the applications, the Kenyan team narrows down by looking through the applications and uh, also inviting students who have qualified for a pre-interview. At this point, the Kenyan team normally visits the students from where they are based, that is at their local schools in their local community. And at this point, we were seeking to build the profile of the student that they gave us in the application form. After reviewing all the applications and meeting the possible students, the possible candidates for sponsorship, uh, we normally invite them for an interview with our board. So usually every year in April, the board visits Kenya, uh, mainly to carry out the interviews of the new students and also to foster the already existing partnerships with the different schools and stakeholders. So the students are usually given a chance to express themselves. They express their desire to be part of their program and also to express their desire to gain an education and how important education is to them. After carrying out the interview with the board, uh, we narrow down to possible candidates who we are going to give a scholarship. That is, I would say those are students at the last stage of application, and at this point we're going to proceed to the next part of the process, that is doing validation and confirming that actually the information that we have gathered about this student checks out with their background. The validation process involves making visits to their home, getting recommendations from the local authorities such as the chief, and also from church leaders or clan elders. So after the validation process and the case of a student checks out, we give the final notes and we give the final note and more of the final recommendations on each of the students that we're planning to sponsor. The board members and the Kenyan team consolidate their notes and agree on the students that are going to be sponsored. And then finally, we go to the last stage of sponsorship. That's when a student is notified that they have been sponsored. And at that point, the student, there's this responsibility of taking care of the school fees of the student, their school needs, and everything that involves coordinating with the schools, I would say, shifts to our organization. And we also begin on the process of matching a student with a sponsor.